By day, I am a single mom taking care of 2 kids, working my 9 to 5. Then by night, I'm Gia Gotham, crazy cosplay girl. I live a double life, but we both share these big busted boobs. I just feel like these girls are not on the same page whatsoever. There's a major size difference. I need them to match. I really don't give a when I'm Gia. I've done Harley Quinn and my own take on the Joker. Pam Anderson in Scary Movie 3, I did kind of a spoof of that. Hello? You're in the house? Body modification became a thing of interest for me with just some of my idols, like growing up. Pam Anderson and Elvira, like I just saw that aesthetic and I was just blown away by it. I think I pretty much decided from an early age that I was gonna get my boobs done as soon as I could. So when I was 20, I was larger and curvier, and the doctor I went to told me he'd go as big as he could. And he was kind of stoked that I actually had a lot of tissue, and he went up to 960 for my very first surgery. I was his largest creation. I've always been obnoxious, and then it was like my outside matched like who I was. And at the same time, I was still wanting to go even bigger. So I went from my old 960cc implants to 1650cc's. And then I was like, I kind of want these even bigger. So I went up to 2050cc's and got some lip implants too. And I decided to kind of throw in a little extra obnoxiousness, getting my tongue split. After my last breast surgery in 2013, I had definitely ballooned up to over 300 pounds. And then I had gastric bypass surgery. The weight started falling off really, really quickly. As the weight started falling off, I started waking up. I discovered, cosplay, taken on a whole new persona. I go by Gia Gotham. Just became an escape for me. Right now, I'm definitely concerned with the size difference between my implants. In the last 6 months, the more weight I started losing, my breasts were not really best friends anymore. They weren't matching. So I want to see Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow because they will be able to tell me without any bullshit what's going on and help me correct the asymmetry that I have. Because as much as I'm living my own double life, my boobs are also living their own double life in an alternate universe. Gosh, this is amazing. This is like heaven.
What is it you're looking for? What can I help you with?
I do cosplay.
Oh, cool.
I sort of want to do something that's looking like it's coming through my skin. I want to do some take on poison ivy. I want to step it up.
Okay.
For my cosplay. I go by Gia Gotham. The name Gia is actually one of my favorite Angelina Jolie movies, and Gotham because Gotham, Batman, Gotham City. How cool would that be though if I could get glow in the dark, big pumpkins here, but it's gonna look so uneven. I really feel like I need to get to the bottom of, what is going on. I need the Batman of boobs to help me, to save me. Dr. Dubrow is definitely the Batman of boobies, 100%.
What are you hoping for?
Definitely symmetrical, and preferably if I could get them a little bit bigger.
Going bigger is not gonna help her in any way, I don't feel like. They're gonna look ridiculous.
Oh, she's pretty.
She's infected and she's coming for you.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Look out for her boobs.
Our next patient is Gia, and she's very interesting because she had breast surgery and then lost a lot of weight. But it has significantly changed her breasts with all of that weight loss.
Her skin looks like it's being troubled by those huge implants.
Isn't that crazy? Look at these interesting tattoos.
These tats.
Like a leopard or something. Whoa, look at that. We've got to meet Gia.
Can you please send in Gia?
Hi.
Hi, Gia.
Nice to meet you.
How are you? Terry Dubrow, nice to meet you.
Meeting Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow, some kind of a different level of likely meeting a celebrity. I'm literally going to be in the presence of greatness today.
So this is the character from Suicide Squad, yes? Are you part of the whole cosplay thing, or?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yep.
Are these tattoos, or were just painted on those leopard
Oh,
spots?
tattoos, yeah.
Because where I've seen that on people is where they do body modification. They do things with their ears or horns, or you.
Oh, yeah, the split.
Whoa. Whoa. When did you do that?
Right after my son was born. I had a really high pain threshold, so it was a good time.
But he numbed you up though, right?
No.
You're kidding me. Didn't it bleed like crazy?
Oh my God. Blood was like filling up like in my throat.
The tongue is a sensitive, strong muscle. And Gia had her tongue sawed in half without numbing medicine. That is insane.
Stick it out, straight out. That's super interesting.
Sometimes people like notice it when I'm talking, especially my 9-to-5 job. It's the most awkward thing. They'll like, do you have a snake tongue? And then I'll stick it out at them.
You have a 9-to-5 job?
I do. I work with the public.
You work with the public.
I have a very normal like daytime life, like working my job 9-to-5, and I'm a single mom to 2 kids. By night, the little time I have left is this.
Interesting. Gia's like a lot of people that are one person by day and another at night. For example, by day, I'm intense surgeon man. At night, you can sometimes find me in Heather's closet, wearing her lingerie and binging on bonbons. All right, so Gia, in terms of breast augmentation, how many times have you had that done?
3 times. As big as I could go, which was 2,050 cc's.
And what we noticed in the photos that you have some laxity and an asymmetry.
Yes, and it restricts me a little bit with cosplay too.
Yeah.
Is that what brought you here?
Yeah,
the
what is the main issue that you're concerned with?
I love my breasts, but I would like them to be symmetrical and kind of see like if it's even possible if I wanted to go bigger.
There's a reason why the FDA puts a limit on breast size to 800 cc's. Clearly, if you go larger than that, your risks of complication are extraordinarily and prohibitively too high. Aren't you concerned at all about having a problem with the skin or the wounds healing or anything by going bigger?
Yeah, that's why I'm here to see you.
I think the answers to all of those questions that I have and the variables that you have are found in the examination room.
Cool.
All right?
Sounds good.
All right, great. Okay, so when we sit back and look at them, the first thing we notice is the left not only is droopier, but it also is much larger. And that's the main thing, right? By the way, this implant is upside down. This isn't that much thicker than lower eyelid skin. This is the back label right there. You can see the back label of the implant. Oh wait, serial number 1. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Gia's breast implants are so large, they have dramatically thinned her skin. And I've never seen the label on an implant that's upside down. It's extraordinarily rare for me to see something I've never seen before, and I hope I never see again. My bet is this isn't due to a difference in the amount of breast tissue, this asymmetry. This one has a lot more saline in it. I mean, I would estimate this one has 400 cc's less than this one.
Wow. Funny. 400 cc difference was my second and my final surgery. 1,650 to 2,050. So it's almost like my doctor forgot to fill up my right breast, like if we're being real here.
You know that there's not much further you can go here before there's nothing there. There's a lot at stake here if you have a complication, and you're 3 millimeters away from a complication. You really are. Gia's breast skin is so thin that there's very little blood supply running through the skin. If she considers going larger or even smaller for that matter, there's a very significant risk of her losing that blood supply and suffering a major complication like nipple loss or skin death. So there are 2 things to consider. 1, do nothing, and hopefully for a long period of time, nothing will happen. Or 2, you downsize the implant and then do a breast lift. But because your skin is so thin, right now, any kind of lift would impair the blood supply to your nipple, it would die. Normally, we say, let's downsize them.
Do the conservative thing.
Do the conservative, but I think the conservative thing is do nothing right now.
So really the best option is to leave things alone.
It really is. What do you think?
I think you're right. I don't think I ever thought I would, as Gia, come across any kind of issues to where it would affect my life as Bonnie. cosplay is not my #1 priority. Like, I have a very important life by day where it could, like, you know, get me to that place where it's like, hey, now we're getting, like, risky here, or threaten my ability to be the best mom I can be. Mind blown. Wow.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's great advice. Thank
you.
You're an impressive person.
Thank you. You guys are like gods to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.